There we go. That's perfect.
We're just getting circled and
This is Jackie from All Access, and I'm here with NiT, Antiserum, and Crizzly, and we are here at Vans Warped Tour, and we're indoors, we're dry, so that's a good start. Yeah. Way back 20 years ago, when Warped Tour got started, electronic music didn't have a platform, didn't have its own stage, really didn't exist 20 years ago. Several years ago, Kevin decided to include electronic music. How do you guys feel that you fit in either individually or musically on Warped Tour?
Before, I was a little scared about it all at first because I know it's mostly bands up here, but I made some awesome friends in some of the other bands, and our stage is just really, it's cool. Everyone that's on it is super diverse and really awesome and talented, and I feel like we all have this ability to sort of stand out a little bit more. There's more like dynamics on our stage. It's like lots of ups and downs, and I personally love it. I get lots of people every day telling me I've never heard this ever before, and it's awesome, and yeah, it's very inspiring.
Yeah, I think the one thing that we all have in common is kind of the energy, like with the monster stage. You know, you got your hardcore bands and like the metal stuff, and like that's how we share with the crowd, or what we have in common is the energy. Because like for our sets, like there'll be mosh pits, there'll be crowd surfing, people taking their clothes off. Like it's just about the energy, really. And I love being on our stage just so we can stand out. And I think it's awesome that there's this addition of like new styles of music that people can taste, you know, and it's not just about one genre, it's about music. So I think it's awesome that Warped is expanding, and, you know, hopefully they'll keep expanding. But yeah, I just think the crowd really feels our energy mostly.
I feel like they just answered that question for like me too. I know I'm going to talk to you about this. I feel like we have a really good crew. I feel like our whole crew for the whole Beatport stage is diverse, and that's something you need. You're right in front of me. It's something you need. There we go. Yeah. And I think that's something you need when you're out there. I feel like there's a lot of different genres. It's not just the same thing. I feel like maybe the older crowds from Warped Tour are thinking like we're the techno guys, and no, it's electronic music is way more diverse and way more open than what I think a lot of people think. And yeah, I'm running out of things to say here because you guys pretty much said everything I was going to say. I'm like the third one. I don't know.
I'm going to you first next.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm not good at that.
But I'm going to ask him a really hard question.
Yeah, put him on the spot.
Let's do it.
Warped Tour is an outdoor festival. Mm-hmm. You guys are used to, for the most part, playing indoors, where you have the help of visuals, lights, a lot more, options with backdrop. You don't have, it's got to be portable. So when you have to perform outside, how do you sort of make up for how do you compensate is what I'm trying to say.
Well, no, it's a tricky one, but I like it because we do play outdoor festivals. There's a lot of festivals. We got Electric Forest, Wakarusa. We've got a lot of festivals that we've played, and we're kind of veterans too. And I just chopped off all my hair, and that was my thing. It's like it was my way of shielding myself from the crowd, but at the same time being a headbang, and I sweat a lot on stage, and it's really gross. But I mean, it's a show. It's a visual show of me moving around, and that's having that energy, being animated on stage. And one thing I've learned is if you're not up there giving it 100% and into your own music, the crowd isn't either. Just like if you're in a band. If the band's not moving, and you're not going to move. So if we're not moving up there and we're not into it, they're not going to move. So I feel like you have to be a little animated on stage and just get into it.
Whip that hair back and forth.
Yeah.
I whip my hair back and forth.
I just cut it off.
Shout out Willow Smith. For me, I compensate by getting on the mic a little bit more. That kind of helps because at a club you can't really be on the mic as much, or else like they'll just get annoyed because I don't know, that's what they're used to. But here they're used to people like screaming at them the whole 30 minutes on stage or however long it is. And yeah, for me, I just get on the mic more, just yell at them and tell them to put their hands up, tell them what to do, and it works out.
Yeah, I think the biggest things for me about the whole Warped Tour thing versus being in a club most of the time is, yeah, just sometimes having a set at 11 in the morning, 30 minutes after you roll out of bed. So that's always weird. And also just being able to like see people's faces more in the sunlight. Usually we're in these dark clubs with these crazy lasers and shit and smoke machines, and you can never really see the reaction on people's faces, but it's cool to be able to really see like everyone's reaction like in the light. Yeah, it's awesome.
Where do you guys prefer to play, or where are you guys based out of? I know each of you is different.
Yeah,
I'm trying to make it fair.
I'm from the Bay Area, from San Francisco. And what was the other part of the question?
Where do you prefer, like,
Oh.
some of you are based out of certain venues.
Oh yeah, I like playing in clubs, like Beta in Denver, Webster Hall in New York City. The Avalon in Hollywood is like one of my favorite clubs to play at.
Yeah, I'm from Texas, and I'd say my favorite place to play is in Texas, actually, because the home crowd goes the hardest for sure, and but anywhere in the South, because that's like how my music is. It's Southern hip hop and all that stuff. So Atlanta, Orlando, Tampa, all that area, Louisiana, and all that in general. Just Dirty South is my favorite for sure.
Well, I'm from the Bay Area, California, with Mikey. South Bay, actually, San Jose, Santa Cruz area. I don't know. I like to say that Nickrit's from Colorado, though. Colorado gets down. My favorite venues, though, like Chicago is probably one of my favorite markets. Denver is one of my favorite markets. I'd say the House of Blues in Chicago and Cervantes in Denver are probably my favorite places to play.
Thank you. And as electronic music evolves, I think, and you mentioned it before, that people think that it's one thing. It's like, just playing a record or something like that. But I hear that some of you are really great at pulling sounds from unique places, and not just places, but people. And someone's good with like taking a sound, like a sound someone makes with their mouth or something.
Recording. Like that, and you can make a scent out of it. That's what we do. It's our job. We're producers. So, you want to make a sound?
Pretty much all the songs we make, we just make with our mouths.
Yeah.
We don't even use computers. Yeah.
So how do you take your expertise as producers and use that to help yourself in your performances?
Well, for me, DJing used to be like my job, like part-time. I used to work at Walmart and DJ weddings, and so for me, DJing weddings used to be about playing for the crowd that's in front of me, and like tailoring my set to what they want to hear. And so that's how I've taken it into my actual career of actually being a producer and playing for crowds that are there for me. And so I still can take that into consideration, like what does the crowd want to hear, and I'll drop some Rage Against the Machine or some like random stuff like that, or Beastie Boys, just to get the crowd going. So that's how my sets are influenced, basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him go for it.
So can you say the question once more? I'm sorry.
That's why I handed it to him.
Okay. No, it's fun. How do you take your experience and your knowledge as being a producer. Helping you?
Okay, totally. Well, as producers, we have to really critically listen to every little detail. So I think that gives us an edge over just the whole experience, being able to give the listener like a super detailed, fine-tuned sound. And I also think being a producer is cool because, like, on this tour, we only have 30 minutes to play. So as producers, we're able to cut out pieces of songs here and there, splice them together, and kind of have an edge over just a standard DJ. We can actually like produce our sets more, like add more details, make custom intro sequences. It's cool. Yeah.
You're leading into my next question, unless you want to add to that.
Not really, actually.
Are any of you baseball fans? Baseball fan. Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, what would be your walkout song or your intro song?
Wrestling fans, I would
Okay,
say.
so same
Yeah.
thing.
I got hit in the head with a baseball when I was like 6.
So not a fan.
So I was like,
Bringing up that
I'm out.
You should have known.
I'm out.
Asking it.
It hit me right in the side, right here in my ear, and it just, yeah, it was
So what's your wrestling walkout song?
my wrestling walkout. Honestly, it would probably be. Shoot, here I have to think about it. That's it. I want like a something that hits hard. That's like also maybe from Texas. I don't know. Maybe something by Pantera. You know, which song?
I appreciate your hardcore, your rock references.
Yeah, I mean Pantera goes hard. I don't know. Maybe just like Raining Blood. That'd be. Yeah.
Damn. I'm gonna have to go with. Geez, this is hard.
There's so many songs. See,
I'm gonna have to go with Rick Ross, "Blowing Money Fast."
Good one.
I don't know. Wham! The Jitterbug.
Oh, thank you. With
I
the
just killed it right now. No one even knows.
that is a great. I know. That's a great throwback. I appreciate it. I don't even think I'm going to ask my next question. Screw it. I'm going to move on. What's up next for you guys after Warped Tour?
I think I have like 3 or 4 days off, and then me and this guy are playing this festival called Moonrise in Baltimore, and then just a bunch of other random festivals. I'm doing EDC Orlando, you know, just one-off things. No like big tours as of yet.
For me, after this tour, I got a 15-date tour. Yeah, sorry, I'm in the middle here, so I'm gonna get really uncomfortably close. I got like a 15-day tour with Wicked the Instigator in the South. I think we're hitting a couple markets like Chicago and Seattle and some. Actually, don't quote me on that. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that yet. Management might get down on me, but yeah, another tour after this tour.
Always stay busy.
And I'm doing Lollapalooza right after Warped Tour ends, like right at the end of it. Then we're doing Moonrise, and then we're pretty much just like weekend warriors, and we just fly out every weekend to clubs, and then go back home, fly out every weekend. So that's our schedule usually. Yeah.
I like that though.
But that's what we do.
You got cats.
I got cats.
He's
I'm a
got
single dad.
he's got cats, and he's got to go home and listen to Wham.
Yeah.
So-
Wham, all day. All day.
That's
I
his
gotta read it
ringtone
now.
too, folks. So stay tuned for more from NiT, from Crizzly, and from Antiserum. This is Jackie. Thanks to All Access and In the Key of Change.
Thank you.